Hey, what's up guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Alison. I do a lot of fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and foundation review and hauls video on my YouTube channel. So if you guys are into that, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you get the first update of whatever video I upload on my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we're testing out this KVD Full Coverage Serum Foundation. If you guys are into this review and how it reacts to my skin, then let's keep on watching. Alright, it's time to test out another new foundation. So today we are going in to test this out. KVD Beauty Good Apple Full Coverage Transfer Proof Vegan Serum Foundation. I love how everything in KVD, the foundation bottle, everything, it's very their own style. It's very unique. So if you know Good Apple Full Coverage Foundation in the compact powder, compact serum foundation that's the very popular foundation that they rave about, and it goes viral on TikTok. And I did actually did a review on the KVD Good Apple Skin Foundation on my YouTube channel. If you guys are into that, click the link up here. But today they came out with a liquid version of the foundation, so I'm very excited to test this out. So on Sephora.com, it comes in 40 shade range. The shade I'm using today is Light 21. So Light 21, it claims to be for light skin with warm golden undertone. I feel like this foundation color, it really matches really well with my skin, but I'm usually a neutral girl. So it really depends on the foundation brand, how they made and formula with their shade. But I feel like with the golden shade, it really matches with my neck color today. So a little bit more about this foundation. So this is a very lightweight full coverage serum foundation that blends and bends with skin for a natural, seamless finish and transfer proof. So this foundation, it gives you that natural finish, it gives you a seamless look, flashback free finish that covers everything from blemishes to acne scar. It's perfect for my skin type from what it claims, and also hyperpigmentation. It has a pore blurring effect. It's a non-comedogenic, and it's damped up with the sweat and humidity. I feel like this foundation is perfect for the summertime. Whoever who have acne prone skin, hyperpigmentation, and oily skin, I feel like this is a foundation for you to try it out with all the claims that it claimed from the foundation. So now let's get into the foundation review. So let's look at the foundation bottle. It's a very gorgeous, very KVD bottle. It's a glass bottle, comes with a cap and also a pump. I love the design. It's very sleek in a way, and it's not like your typical foundation bottle, I would say. I really like the packaging. And now let's look at the foundation itself and see if it's more of a liquid finish, and it kind of run down a little. So it's a little not runny, I would say, but it's definitely not something that is smooth texture, because some of the time with moussey texture foundation, they tend to get a little bit too heavy on my face. As you can see, I have a few hormones breakout, and it's that time of the month, couldn't avoid it. So I already prepped my face with my skincare item, and I use my Becca Under Eye Brightener on my under eye area to correct my dark circles. And for my primer, I'm using this Sisley primer. Sorry, my voice is a little broken today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this side of my face, and also I'm gonna go with my concealer I'm using today is a Pat McGrath concealer. So I like to use finger to spread it out on my skin, just because I feel like if I go in right into a sponge or a brush, it will absorb the product itself. So rather spread it out with my fingers and then blend it in with a sponge. I'm just gonna blend out my concealer so it look more flawless on one side. We can do a comparison. Alright, so this is one layer of foundation, what it looks like compared to my bare skin. And here, I'm gonna just work out with this side of my face, and as you can see, the redness is going pretty bad lately because of the hormones and breakout. So we can really put this into a test to see how this foundation cover. Alright, so this is also another layer of foundation. You can see the redness, it kind of instantly goes away, but there is still a little redness going on just because usually with this hormone and darkness of the redness, it takes time to cover them up. But as far as the comfortability, it feels really lightweight and it looks pretty much like a nice medium coverage foundation. I would say the coverage is not like the full medium to full coverage in a way. It's more like a light to medium coverage. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and see if it's buildable because I do have a lot of redness and acne going on. I want to see if this foundation, if you pat it onto your skin, is that something that it's buildable. So when I need a little bit more coverage, I usually would go in with my fingers, kind of use the heat and warmth of my fingers to blend it in to my skin. As you can see on this side, it's definitely giving me a little bit more coverage in a way. And also on this side, I feel like you can tell instantly it will give you a little more coverage. So it is buildable foundation. You just have to patiently work with your fingers to see how it builds up. And again, when you're building up your foundation, you want to work it little by little to test it out to see if this foundation is buildable. I do feel like this foundation, it kind of just sink into the skin. It feels very lightweight in a way that it's a more of a medium coverage, even though it's a very lightweight, it just sink into your skin. I feel like this foundation with a medium coverage, I would say it feels very lightweight. Alright, so this is what a one layer foundation and how it builds up onto my redness, and this is what it looks like with the foundation. I feel like this foundation, it matches my skin perfectly, I would say. And my first impression is very lightweight, it's buildable, and it feels very light on the skin. It doesn't feel like there is a layer of foundation on top of the skin, so it's very comfortable wearing for now. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the makeup and I'll come back and check in with you guys. Alright, I'm gonna give you my first impression as I am going in with my highlighter. So for this foundation, it kind of feels, again, very lightweight. It gives me that buildable coverage. And once I set it with my loosening powder, because I do have, again, oily skin, I do need to set my face with loosening powder no matter what kind of foundation it is. So with that being said, I feel like this foundation, it kind of just looks a little kicky after I set it with my loosening powder. As you can see, my center of the face, when I blend it in with my contour and then my blush with using my fingers, it kind of just looks a little kicky in the area that I just built up like a second layer of coverage. I feel like it's like not sitting well with this texture area, and it kind of just enlarged my pores in a way. That's my first impression before my oils, everything comes out. This is just what it looks like fresh off with like a loosening powder and how everything settled into my skin. So I would say if you're using like a brush and if you're using a fingers, just make sure to blend it in very lightly, because I feel like this foundation, it tends to kind of move around when you build up your makeup on top, especially for textured skin, and especially if you like build up in certain area on the second layer, they definitely move up a little. As you can see over here in a close-up, you can see there is a little kickiness around my acne area. So that is that for now. I'm gonna work this out throughout the day. I'm going to the mall and I'm just gonna go out and about for the whole day, and I'm gonna give you guys a midday check-in and then my final thoughts on this foundation review. Alright, here's the midday check-in. I've been wearing this foundation for 5 hours, and this is how it looks like with the oil come through on my T-zone and on my cheek area. You can see the light reflection. It's pretty oily and the texture is still there, and it does looks a little rough for me. Hello everyone, I'm back for the final check-in. So now the time is almost 8 p.m. I've been wearing this foundation for 10 hours, and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on this foundation while I'm wearing this throughout the whole day. First off, please excuse my acne because I just take off my acne sticker and it kind of popped. Definitely you can tell there's foundation on, and I feel like the foundation is not like kind of like a smoothing your skin kind of way, like filtering your pore kind of foundation. It kind of in a way enhance my pores in a little on the center of my face, especially if you look closely. So I feel like this foundation definitely not like the smoothest foundation. And again, because there is some texture area on my skin where I have the hyperpigmentation and acne going on, so I feel like with those area it tends to get a little heavy and kickier in a way. So I would say that would be the first few hours first impression. And in the middle of the day, I do get oily within like 3 to 4 hours mark, I would say. And it's pretty normal that I start to get oily, but in the point that I feel like I do have to blot my face. So after I would say 5 hours, I really like have to go in and blot my face with tissue paper because I get pretty shiny. And you can definitely tell my skin is oily because right now I already blotted like 4 hours ago, and this is still like the oils come through, and you can tell it's pretty oily on my nose area, on the tip of my nose. I feel like the foundation gets really oily in this area because my T-zone where I get the most oily. So when you look in closely on the tip of my nose, this is the area that the foundation kind of take off already. The foundation is not on my nose, and I feel like my chin area where I also get the oiliest. But definitely you can tell I have foundation on my skin. It's not the smoothest because around the nose rim, that's how I normally test out the foundation. If it proves the foundation get in very smoothly with my texture area, the rim of my nose, my chin area, that's the foundation that I'm gonna keep and forever using it. But this foundation, it didn't pass the texture proof test, I would say. It kind of just enhanced my skin texture and pore. If you look closely, you know what I'm saying. And also it gets me a little oily, and I'm very oily around this area, and also getting cakey with the texture area. So again, I'm gonna give you a quick look on the right side. To the left side, you will see texture still on, still oily, a little cakey on the T-zone area, and a little cakey around my chin area. You can definitely tell like every single of my pores. I would say for the coverage wise and for the texture, how it stays on my skin compared to the compact foundation that I reviewed in the previous video, I would say this, it gives me a little more of a lighter texture. I don't think this would be a full coverage. I feel like the Apple Skin Foundation Compact, it really gave me that full coverage, but also it's very heavy in a way. So it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're going for an everyday makeup look and you have more of a normal skin, I feel like you can go with the KVD because with my skin texture, it kind of enhances my pores, and also I get oily very quickly within the 3 hours mark. I feel like I just have to blot my face. So this is my review, how it reacts to my skin with my oily texture and acne prone skin. Everyone is different, but I really love the foundation. It's buildable, I have to say. It's just the longevity of this with my oily skin, and it kind of enhanced my texture area, and my foundation doesn't look as good like throughout the day. I feel like it's kind of heavier on my skin now since my oil come through. But now I'm going to go in and test this and see if this is going to be a transfer proof foundation, because it claims to be a transfer proof, and it's going to be something that is good for summertime and proof with like sweat and humid area. So I'm just going to blot my face with a tissue paper, and you can definitely see where the oiliest area on the face, I do get a little transfer, I would say. So on my chin area where I usually get oilier throughout the day, and also my nose area. So here is where from the nose to the cheek area, I feel like it does get a little transfer. I don't know, is it because the oil comes through that it mixed with it? Definitely my nose is transferring a lot, especially where I get the most oily on my face. And the chin area, this is also what it looks like. So definitely I would say for me it's not 100% water, sweat, humid, proof. Again, I'm not sure is that because with the oil come through, but if you have to say this would be something that is like humid proof, I feel like you should expect this is something that comes with oil, and then the humid, the sweat come through it. But let me know if you try this out and it does work for you. It does transfer proof, and it also looks good throughout the whole day. You don't have this issue. Or let me know basically what you think about this foundation. But if I have to rate this foundation, I would rate it about 7.5 out of 10, because if you know me, I'm very picky about my concealer and foundation, because you can tell I don't have a good skin base to start with. So I'm really picky about how it conceals, how it hold up for my skin, and how I look throughout the day with my texture and acne prone skin. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll also leave my shade in the description bar below, so you guys know what shade I'm using if you are my foundation twinsie. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.